So let's talk about eczema. What is eczema? Eczema sounds like a big threatening word where in fact eczema is a non-infectious, non-life-threatening condition. Eczema can show up over any area of the body. It shows up usually as pink, reddish, or purplish areas that are raised and rough against your fingers, mostly itchy but sometimes can be painful, burning, or asymptomatic for that matter. And the thing about eczema is that it sticks around, meaning it sticks around for a few days, sometimes weeks, and in the more stubborn cases, it can stick around for months or sometimes even years. So it's very important to know what to do with your skin when you have eczema. Before we get started, head over to drborganics.com, subscribe to my newsletter, receive special offers. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to support my work, and don't forget to stick around for the bonus section at the end of the video. Now let's get right to it. So eczema, as I've mentioned, is a condition that sticks around. It can appear over any area of the body, and there are certain things you certainly want to avoid when you have eczema. So what are those things? Well, avoid coming in contact with anything that triggers your eczema. If you know that there's something that clearly causes your eczema, your skin to flare up, avoid that thing as much as possible. Also, avoid things that undermine the integrity of the skin. What does that mean? Things that actually disrupt the skin's ability to produce and hold on to ingredients that protect its surface. That means avoid hot water. Water above 104 degrees Fahrenheit can scald the skin and can disrupt the integrity of the skin. Sorry, hot water lovers, it is the way it is. Use lukewarm water as much as possible. Also avoid chemical and physical abrasives. What are chemical abrasives? Soaps, cleansers, detergents of any kind, alcohol-containing solutions, and anything that dries up your skin by applying it locally to the skin. Also avoid physical abrasives. What are physical abrasives? They're the scrubs, the exfoliants, the brushes, the loofahs, the sponges, the washcloths, the gloves, all the good stuff they use to buff up your skin. And in fact, people with eczema, many of them tend to get into the pots and pans routine when they actually just buff up their skin. They think it's a cleanliness problem, where in fact, eczema is far from being a cleanliness problem. It is a sensitive skin problem. So you want to avoid those as much as possible so you don't undermine your skin that's trying to hold on to ingredients that protect its surface for dear life. Now, sensitive skin or eczematous skin have a hard time producing those elements and holding on to them, which is part of the reasons why they're stuck in that vicious cycle. All those practices that I just mentioned keep you stuck in that vicious cycle. Try to cut them out of the equation. What else can you do? Well, you need to moisturize. So eczema skin is characterized by dryness, or at least functionally being dry. And that means that you want to use a moisturizer to protect the area of the skin that's affected, let it catch up, let it respond to treatment, and turn things around. How do you moisturize? Well, you want to use a protective moisturizer that works the best. That means you want to use an occlusive moisturizer. These are usually greasier, more viscous moisturizers, so using them artfully makes a world of difference. You want to use a drop-size amount of that moisturizer to cover an entire area. Moisturizers like white petroleum jelly, or my Creamy Caranuba moisturizing balm, or the Alafia products that I mentioned in other videos. Now let's take a look at how to apply my Creamy Caranuba moisturizing balm. This is made with shea butter, Caranuba wax, and sunflower oil, and we're going to see how to apply. So we take a drop size amount out of the tube and squeeze it onto the index finger. It's this much that you actually need to cover the back of the hand like that, and go all the way, spreading it out as far as it goes up the forearm until you have run out of balm to spread. And now my forearm and back of the hand are properly moisturized. I'm not going to stain my clothes or sheets because there's nothing else to spread. This is fully moisturized with a microscopic layer of moisturizer that's going to stick around for a while and protect my skin. What else can you do with eczema? Well, eczema doesn't go away on its own. It's sort of off to the races, or that area is not going to go away just by properly moisturizing it in most cases. So you want to actively treat it. How do we treat eczema? In most cases, eczema responds to topical steroids, meaning things that come in a tube, usually prescription grade, and that would require a visit to the dermatologist who's going to determine what kind of eczema you have, if you have eczema at all, and what type of medication to use as far as the strength of the medication and other nuances, decisions that a dermatologist has to make when examining and evaluating your condition. Now, as the bonus round, interestingly enough, there are other medications topically and beyond systemically that are used to treat eczema, some of which have come into the limelight over the past few years, and there have been some great developments in the field of treatment of eczema, specifically related to biologics and the JAK inhibitor class of medications. Now, more old school treatments of eczema also include narrowband ultraviolet light, which is very effective and can actually be done in the clinic or at home in special cases where you can get the device delivered to your home. Well, that's it for this segment. I truly hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one.